Well, what sparked the confidence was going to USA and playing well there. With so many previous Olympians, wannabe Olympians, and great players at that place, and for me to play well there just shot my confidence sky high, and it started there.
Is there any pressure at all, knowing that they're keeping an eye on you now?
No, oddly enough, no. I know that Gino knows what I do well, and I've played for him before, and he knows what I do best, and I'm just trying to continue to do what I do best out here, and my teammates are really getting me the ball doing that.
Thank you.
Thanks, no problem.
What do you think the biggest difference between the second half and the first half was, in your opinion?
Biggest difference had to be our alertness. We were more alert with our rotation, more alert with our switching, with the plays that they were running, knowing where to be, driving and kicking, hitting the open shot. I think in the beginning, it wasn't that we weren't trying hard, it was the fact that we were a little hesitant to drop off of Tina, help off of Delisha, and just not playing the right defense. And when we played the right defense, they turned the ball over. We got where we wanted to be.
Between the second half and the first half?
Just bringing energy. I think as the game went on, we brought more energy. We didn't start out that well, but we made a collective effort after halftime to make sure we go out there and defend our home court. We didn't want to let up, and we did that.
Any sense of what in the first half? Just
just a little slow start. It happens, but I'm glad that we picked it up and it didn't last the whole game.
Do you consider your game to still be developing, continuing to get better every day? Or?
It is, just working on, offense and defense every day, teammates pushing me, and just bringing that energy every day. I think I am developing.
Do you accept the role as someone who comes off the bench or is working towards starting something you want to do?
I'm comfortable with my role for this year for the team. I think we have good chemistry. Our benches, we're a very tight group, so I like that, and we're playing well.
I think we just made a more of a conscious effort to, coming in here at halftime, we, just hold each other accountable, and we were like half a second late, and when you're half a second late in this league with the talent and the parity, you get exposed, and I think that in the first half we were kind of getting exposed on some of our schemes. Coach was right, we didn't change too much, we just really talked about anticipating, and I think we were reacting in the first half, and I think we did a much better job for the second half of anticipating.
Nonetheless, the Fever have often been able to stay close in games, even if you're missing shots. But then it seems like when you're making shots, like you did in that spree, you had spurts like this. I mean, I get the impression that I guess other teams sort of fear that in the Fever.
Well, I mean, obviously our identity and our foundation is on the defensive end, and we're going to try to grind it out as best we can and try to get stops. And even when we're not getting stops, we're going to, kind of try to regroup and, again, try to be better at anticipating. And I think just, in the second half there were, at the beginning we were pretty awful from the field, but I think that the group that we have out there, we all have so much experience and so much confidence and trust in one another that we know it's going to go down. And as long as we continue to make our staple on defense, we know that the shots are going to fall at some point.
Well, I thought we played much better in the second half. I thought we started out a little sluggish, a little lethargic. And that could be to the extra time that I've given the players off. But I'm still convinced in order for us to do what we need to do through the rest of the season and into the playoffs, we have to stay rested. Sometimes when we rest, though, we lose a little bit of our sharpness. But I thought in the second half we took our defense up a notch. We moved the ball better on offense, and we did a much better job of not letting Tisha Pinachero break us down off the dribble, and I thought that was the key to the game.
You started Bree in the second half. It seemed to ignite things a little bit for you.
Well, we just like Bree's ability to penetrate until he wasn't hitting. I mean, she'd had 3 or 4 wide open looks there in the first half that she didn't knock them down. And, one thing about LA, they're going to give you some good looks. You just got to knock them down. So we thought we would go with Bree and see if she could knock those open shots down, and she did.
And you were hanging in there in the game despite shooting very poorly, but then it seems like once you start to shoot well, that the other team just cannot match.
Well,
you.
we were
Did
down.
You do anything
Well,
different?
we were down 1 at half, and we were shooting 36%. In the second half, we got similar shots. I thought we moved the ball from side to side better and made them work a little harder on defense. But I just thought we knocked down the open shots that we didn't knock down in the first half. and then we didn't turn the ball over as much in the second half. So, but our energy, our energy from our defense really helped us. I thought, pick the tempo. Now we're running. Now we're creating in the open court. So I thought that was good for us.
So it's more of the energy really than any strategy.
Energy and
you
moving
did
the ball
with
more,
on
moving the ball,
defense.
making the extra pass. But energy on defense. I thought the defense, forced them into some bad shots. We got some turnovers. They were struggling scoring. I thought they scored too easy in the first half, and that's not like us. And then I thought the second half we really brought our defensive effort.
You ran on a 25-2 run when you opened things up. That's, for pro basketball, that's pretty huge. I mean, were you aware how that
Well,
overwhelming
I
it
thought
was?
our defense started it, and then I thought that the bench. I thought Bree was part of that. I thought Jessica Davenport came in. Tammy was struggling from the field, and I thought Jessica came in and helped us. Ebony started knocking down some open shots, but the tempo picked up. I thought in that 25-2 run, I'd be curious to how many points were in transition. You know what I'm saying? Like early offense, early attack. We wanted to pick up the tempo. It would seem like it was a slow, kind of grinded out, lethargic game in the first half, and we really want to pick the tempo up.
Can you comment on Ebony? She continues to
Ebony continues to play better. This is the third or fourth game in a row that she's played well. She's lighter on her feet. She's more fit. And I think her confidence is coming back now that she's able to move and knock down her shots better.
What about Jessica? She's playing real sharp right now. Is there any chance she moves-
Just Davenport. I've got two Jesses.
Is there any chance she moves into the starting line?
Well, in my mind, it's not really who starts that's important, it's who finishes. I don't randomly switch the starting lineups just on the whim, but I think the key thing is to watch who finishes the game. Who's in there in the crunch time? Who's in there at the end of each quarter? Who's in there at the end of the game? But definitely we don't hesitate to go to Davenport when Tammy's struggling.